Welcome back, worldwide viewers and Wairarapa TV, to the final evening here at the 2017 Golden Shears. And we're here in the studio to just count down. There's only 2 more events left and 2017 will be all over. We've invited Mavis Mullins, who is doing a bit of commentary throughout the day, and it's her expertise in just calling the wool handling house as she's been a past champion, and she certainly knows her stuff. So Mavis, welcome into the studio.
Yeah, thanks, Koro. What a great night so far.
It has been a good night. We're in the studio. We're in a soundproof studio. We can hear the damn noise out there.
Yeah, the stadium's just been going off. It's been some really good, great shearing, some good entertainment. That Trans-Tasman test was, that's going to be interesting.
Well, it's very interesting. We can't feel what's going on out there. We can only see what's on the screens, and we're shaking our heads and going, no, 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 come on the Kiwis, come on the Kiwis. But I think the Aussies have got it.
Oh, Jason Wingfield, sure like a madman. And, of course, Shannon, you can always rely on him. He's just so stable. And young Daniel, well, it's a pretty hard team to beat, actually. Mind you, our guys did well.
We summarised it in saying we give the old Aussies a damn good beating in the wool handling, and they obviously went back into camp and said, don't worry, girls, we'll pay those Kiwis back tonight.
Yeah, they could have done. I'm not really that much into the sharing, caring stuff.
No. Well, it's the total package, Mavis, and those Aussies, I tell you what, that didgeridoo started up tonight, and the hairs on Jason Wingfield's neck stood up, and he said he was in another zone.
Yeah, I can believe that. That was magnificent. We've heard a lot of didgeridoos in our time, didgeridoo players, but that one was something quite special. That was amazing.
Did they fly him over specially for tonight?
Well, it'd be well worth it, wouldn't it?
Well,
they should have done it yesterday, last night.
We don't know we don't know the outcome, but hey, look, it's absolutely fantastic. Mavis, welcome along. We are now into the primary ITO, deliverers of training towards the agricultural sector in New Zealand. I've done a primary ITO resource management course, and I know what it's all about. So we're going to go down and we're going to talk about these people as they come onto the stage. We've got Tuma Mullins down there and Gerald Spain on the other end, and they're going to welcome up these wool handlers as they come on up now. And maybe our production man probably stay with you and I as we talk through these competitors as they come up. They're going to be handling 6 long wool and 4 second shear. So there is a 15-second countdown between wool types, and the first prize tonight is $1,400.
Yeah,
so
look, here we go. Here comes Cherie Alabaster, past world champion. She's been a champion here at Golden Shears. She's experienced. Look at that serious look on her face. She's here to do business.
She's primed up. She's pepped up. She's fit as to Mavis.
She is. There's no stepping back from the task for Cherie. But, of course, Joel Henare. This is the in-form man right at this moment. He has won the last 3 Golden Shears, and he's the new reigning world champion. So, wow, that's he's going to be hard to get past.
He looks quite comfortable too. I think he looks sharp and a little bit cocky.
That's our Joel. That's our Joel.
And who have we brought on now? Pagan Karodia. The recently, oh, look at the beautiful big face on there. And look at this, she's gone at, oh, don't look at the crowd, Pagan, they'll put you off. So she can't help, she's turning away. And down there on table number 4 we have
Anne-Marie Kohukura is from Omako down the South Island, but her and Pagan have been travelling together. She's been mentored and trained by Pagan. So look at this,
have they been working with Adia Mullins, those two?
They have. They've been based in Dannevirke for the last little while, but we have the master and the student.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool. Hey, I don't know if Joel has got it out on his own, because these other girls, Joel has been sitting quite consistently, but the other 3 competitors are climbing up and they're getting closer and closer to him. So we've got 6 full wools and 4 second shear in the Ludlow family in Waipawa have had to have a bit of a shout out tonight. So Mark and Trish, we're shouting out to you guys out there. There's some good stuff coming through, and there's lots of people on the internet as we go into the first belly, Mavis.
Yep, so these are sheep that have come in from Cross Keys. They've been on the coast. They've had, we've got a great farmer here who purposely farms these sheep for us all through the year. It's not an easy ask, but Cherie's onto it straight away. She's looking hungry. She's all over the place. She's trying to be as focused and pedantic with that wool as she can. She's right in amongst it.
Hey, she's never won. She's never won. She's never won here. Is 2017 the year, because she must be smarting. What happened there? That wool handling judge was in the road.
Yep. That was just a bit of an accident. And the judges, they have to have eyes in the back of their head too. They've got a job to do.
Oh, look, there's baskets everywhere, and it is going to be a difficult job, and it is up to the judges to work with the wool handler.
That's right.
But I've never seen Cherie Alabaster so focused and so fit looking.
No, she's pretty, the fact that she's never been able to take one away from Golden Shears must surely sit in her gut, so see how she had to steady herself. Boy, she took a bit of time there.
I think she had a little bit of a karakia, a little bit of a prayer, and she said to herself, please land nicely, and she did the business, Mavis. Clearly it is the best throw that first one went out on.
So that was a very nice throw. A little bit skewed up the top end, but nevertheless it was nothing hanging over, not too much bunching. But look here, the camera now on Joel. Now Joel has been mentored all his I'm not going to say adult life, because even before he became an adult, he was mentored by the most famous Joanne Kumaro, and you see elements of her style in the way he works as well. He's very fussy, very pedantic, he's very thoughtful in the way he moves and works.
He certainly does. Primary ITO, folks, is the major sponsor of this event, and the winner tonight will take home $1,400 to spend, and I believe there's some travel in there as well. So Joel Henare getting ready to roll up fleece number 1, looking at it, the judge looking over his shoulder, the table's got to be nice and clean. I thought he was a bit late and Anne-Marie Kahukura down there on table 4, I think she's in a little bit of trouble because she's just gone back to her fleece, Mavis.
No, that looks like quite a nice fleece. Look how tight it is. She's got that sorted. Little bit of overhang. She'll be disappointed with that. Joel, nice. A little bit over the top as well. Nothing too much to worry about. Look, they're all pretty good. They're all pretty good throws at this from this view.
That's what I was saying a little earlier on. Joel Henare, he set the benchmark, and these other ones have had to get up there, and they're getting up at him pretty quickly. Whether there's enough fleeces in there to actually tip him over or not's another thing. But Pagan is strong. She's very strong. She can shear sheep. She can do anything. And she's really right there. She took out the big competition there at Riverside the other day, the pre-shears course. So she knows Joel is beatable.
Yep, she definitely does. And she's a strong competitor. And when I say strong, I don't just mean physically strong. She is strong in her mind. And you can see that in her face right now.
Wow, what a beautiful shot. Noise Productions is bringing you the quality pictures here this evening, folks, and throughout the Golden Shears. And we're right there at the coalface. You can almost singe the competitor's eyebrows as we go in there. It's a staggering good, beautiful shots, and we've never ever had this before. We're taking technology, Mavis, to another level.
We sure are. This is fantastic, and I hope that you're all enjoying it at wherever you are on the net, because the stadium is alive, and these photos, these pictures, these visuals that are coming to you are just, you're there. You really are here. Some disappointing throws.
From Pagan, that was a bad one.
Yeah, and even Joel, very rarely does he muck anything up, but, they just look like a bit of folding there. down the end, Anne-Marie looks like she's got that sorted, but again, you know, we're not able to see it totally, the whole scene totally.
From where I'm sitting, I thought Anne-Marie Kahukura had the best throw there.
Yeah.
And this is the fourth of 6. And look at that photo. We're right in there. We're right up underneath the shearer. There she is. A beautiful, big, strong, full wool fleeces there that they're a challenge. They're very hard. They're actually throwing the challenge down to these wool handlers. They are not easy, Mavis.
No, and this is Anne-Marie's first time on the board here at Golden Shears for an open final.
What a thrill.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, it's a winner just to be there. Saw her not long ago have a bit of a chuckle with the shearer. Something must have gone on there. It's like in the sheds. You do have a bit of a chat now and again. Something happens.
She's getting behind.
Oh, she's all right. She's got it sorted. I think the big thing is not to panic. You just can't panic. So here she is. Look, she's taking a bit of time just to set this up, but she does have to move along a bit.
Let's go back to the tables, cameraman. Wow,
Yeah,
look at that. I think Anne-Marie Kahukura had the best throw again. The Omakau people down there will be yelling in their lounges now because their young girl is really starting to shine. Joel Henare Mavis uncharacteristically had another poor throw. It's really hanging on. That's not like Joel. Maybe the pressure's come on him. Then we all go back to the shearer. Here he is. The belly comes off from the sheep. Folks out there at the top of the belly, there's this really orangey, crusty bit where the sheep camps, where it sleeps, and its front legs are sitting on it. That's got to be removed. That's only worth about 20 cents on a good day. The rest of the belly's worth about $2. So what we're saying with the wool handlers, they're adding value to the wool clip. So that's what they're charged with at the moment. $700 and something odd million a year is what this wool is worth to us. And when you talk about it, that's $7 million a day, every day, Waitangi Day as well, Mavis.
That's right. It's a nice way to think about it. And if you, again, just look at Joel, the way he's rolling, the way he's keeping an eye on that press, on the sheep, going to turn quickly. Look, he's really got his system organised. But you can just see Pagan. She's just got a little bit behind, but she's the kind of girl, she doesn't panic. She doesn't panic. Oh, very nice, Cherie.
I'm staying with Kahukura again. I think that's this. We're a little bit far away to see, but Cherie would have to be second in command there. But look at this lady here. She's fired up. She's got the bit between her teeth, as the commentators often say, and I'm not sure why they say that because there's no horse around here. Into the undermine she goes. Here she goes. Look at the fleece wool. Underneath there, the cameraman is getting cool. Even the cameraman's getting excited, Mavis. Yep,
of course. He's caught up in it. What a great cameraman. He's been there for 3 whole days and 3 whole nights. Got to give these guys a real shout out. What a fabulous job they're doing.
Yeah, we're running on a shoestring too, Mavis.
We are, but you know, that's what happens when you have a community that comes together. Look at Anne-Marie.
Oh.
She's organising herself. She doesn't want to get left behind. But again...
Hey, did you see what happened?
Yes.
She had a bit of wool and she didn't know what to do with it.
That's all right. This is her first time.
She became rangirua. A little bit...
Indecisive.
Undecisive, yeah. So she said, darn it, let's start rolling it up and getting ready, because this is the last full wool fleece to come onto the table. Then there is a 15-second countdown. Those boys will start counting down. Joel's got a beauty. Wow, look at that. Kahukura, not quite as good as it could have been, but she's doing the right thing. She cannot get up onto that shearing board. She had one foot on the step there, so that was required. Joel Henare is now just that very confined spaces, Mavis.
Very confined space, and you know that also is reflective of the shearing sheds of New Zealand. There's not a lot of room often, and you have to, as a wool handler, you've got to make some pretty smart decisions early on to ensure that you've got good wool flow and that your oddments are able to be moved relatively easily. And so you bring that kind of mentality as well to what they're doing here. And they're all different styles, but they're onto it. Now they're onto the second shear.
Golden Shears is doing it again. They're putting these wool handlers under the pump, Mavis. They're really putting, they're testing them. There was 40 odd wool handlers. We're down to our top 4, and really we are putting them to the test, aren't we?
We sure are. Look at Anne-Marie. She's up for it. She's up for it. You can just see that she's working hard to stay on the game here. They're trying to get rid of this full wool fleece off the table before they go back. So for the viewers that aren't familiar, what we've done here is they have shorn 5 full wool or 12-month fleeces. They then have to be prepared, dispatched, and now they've started on the second shear, which is probably sheep of 6-month wool growth.
Yeah, 6 months of wool. They probably would have been shorn in October last year, and now they're coming back, or even in the winter, and now they've really got to handle it. So the shearers are really, you've got to keep going, shearers, put the pressure. It looks like they've slowed down a bit, Mavis.
Yeah, look, to be fair, the shearers shouldn't be part of the game. They just need to be delivering consistently to these wool handlers. See that beautiful shot of the second shear wool there. Now that has a different use from the full wool, and of course what you've got to be careful of is that you don't cross-contaminate these 2 wool lengths. So those judges are going to be ensuring not just that they're getting the job right, but that they're not cross-contaminating.
Well, you've got the full wool. What we talk about full wool, that's about 6 or 7 inches long. Second shear is about 3 to 4. So you can't have those fibres mixed up, because if the Chinese come and buy some wool from the Carfield's primary wools, they are going to be disappointed if they get a bale back in wherever they go and they go to grab it out and it's only got a 4-inch wool in it when it should be a 6-inch. So that's what it is, and these are the skills that these wool handlers are delivering on the day. They've got to deliver. There she is. She looks very organised. Is this Cherie Alabaster's year, Mavis?
Let's just hold that one, because it could be anyone's year. Of course, you'd love for Cherie to have that opportunity. She's got a father who, shore those boards for I don't know how many years, Ray Alabaster. He was sadly kind of known as the bridesmaid. He never quite won an open shearing. I hope that's not Cherie's fate.
Well, we'll never know, because we've still got one more fleece to come out, and the guys are coming in now. You shearers, I want you to go as fast as you can go, guys. Get stuck in and put these wool handlers under the pump. Joel Henare, he's still got a fleece on the board, on the table. He's well behind, Mavis.
He won't. There's no penalty. There's no penalty for that. The penalties will come for cross-contamination. Look at Joel's board points, 58 over 9 sheep. If I recall, I saw some other board scores with these girls, 88. So his board is looking
77 for Cherie.
77 for Cherie. So, his board's looking relatively okay at the moment, understanding that there's still a whole lot of judging that needs to be done out the back.
Mega lots of judging out the back, and what we're seeing now, the judges are getting right in the wool handler's face. There they go. There's a beautiful shot of where everybody is. Anne-Marie Kahukura has been penalised severely. Joel Henare is sitting quite comfortably in this side of it, and we'll talk about it when these guys go to put their hands up, and we might even cross to the boards with the guys might even have a word or two with one or two of these competitors. But there she is, first time girl in this open, and what a wonderful thing. She'll never forget this event.
Oh, she's going to be loving this. She'll be on a high for a number of days after this. Her very first on the Golden Shears boards. It's a special experience. Okay, here we go. Look, they're starting to now rearrange. They've gotten rid of their full wool. So now they're starting to just rearrange their baskets so that they can be ready when it comes time to blend, because with the second shear wool, the fleece wool, what they want to do is blend it all up so that you have a homogeneous line of wool, and they just want to clear everything else away so that there's no risk of contamination.
Cross-contamination is the nasty word, and what we're doing with these wool handlers is they've got to put every class of wool. You've got a sheep that comes out, it looks like, hey, the wool just goes in one pile, but you've got the frib wool, you've got the belly wool, you've got the eye clips, the top knot, you've got eye wools around the sheep's ears, then you go around the legs, and then there's coloured wool around the legs. These wool handlers are bringing that all to space. And that's why they have 10 or 12 baskets on the floor, because every one of those baskets, Mavis, has to have a different class of wool, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And, you know, they can...
We can see it. What a wonderful shot.
It is a great shot. So you can see highly coloured there. Some of that wool will not wash. It will stay that colour. Then you look at the lovely brightness of the main line out there.
Second shear line.
Yeah. I mean, thank you, cameraman. That's a great shot. Great shot.
Okay, we've got the last fleeces out now. It's on. The clock has started. They have a little bit of time. We don't know what the seal time is, but it'll be very little, Mavis. The belly wool's gone. Now we're starting into the blending, shaking the wool up, Mavis.
They are. And look how some of those baskets look just a little bit too close to those blends. If that wool falls into those oddment baskets, you know, it's going to go out the back and be found. So, you know, there's a whole lot of things that they've got to be thinking about. Whoa, they've already knocked off Koro.
Well, look at that. The only one
There's
that's still
Joel.
working. Joel's just put his hand up. I think he was a little bit... he wasn't as confident as he was to put up his hand. Did you see there was a little bit of hesitation in that?
Yeah.
And Anne-Marie Kahukura finally puts her hand, but she said, holy moly, if this is the Golden Shears, I'm probably having to think twice about coming back. But hey, just a couple of hours later, she'll be looking forward to 2018.
No, right now she'll be thinking, damn, I want to do that again, right now.
So there you go. She was knocked around a little bit in the boards, and the board, Mavis, is the time, or is that just the time they took, or is that just the way they threw the fleeces onto the table and the way they were skirting, or is there some cross-contamination? Because there's still points being calculated, isn't there?
Yes. So it would be their throws, you know, the throw, making sure that that's landed well to expose all the processing faults. It will be whether or not they've been able to accommodate the shearer, clearing the crutch wool when it needs to be, making sure that board is clean. Look down this way up here. There's probably at least 1 point penalty.
That's Cherie.
Is that Cherie?
That's Cherie.
Okay, there's
no,
at least...
I believe a little bit of that wool. We're talking, folks, about the bits of wool that's still on the shearing board. I think some of that belongs to Joel Henare, and those judges really are trained to notice that sort of stuff, but there's quite a bit around the porthole where the sheep goes out.
So those judges would have been watching to see who that wool belongs to. Penalties will be assessed, the size of a credit card, anything the size of a credit card, so you accumulate that in your mind, and that becomes a penalty for the cleanup. The other thing is, any wool that falls down the front is deemed out of scope.
Where the commentator is standing. Oh,
yes.
Look at that. Our cameraman's even, he knows what he's doing. He's picking that up as well.
Yep.
So there's another credit card there. So there's some more penalty points being lost.
That's right. So as a competitor, if you've got wool outside of your area, you are responsible to ensure that it is put back into your work area, into the allocated baskets. And if it isn't, then sorry.
What happens if the judge sees it go over and doesn't let the next rotating judge coming on about it? What happens there?
Normally what the judges will do, if they see it and they can see that you're not going to retrieve it, they will score it, they will get it, pick it up and put it back onto...
To where it belongs.
Yeah. So it can't be judged twice.
Well, Mavis, we thank you for your expertise. And just before you go, let's have a prediction.
Oh well, before I do anything like that, I'm not about to put my head on the block for that kuro, but I just want to shout out to the primary ITO people. I was over at the Farrier at the VIP function with the sponsors, and lovely to see Linda Sisson and her husband Chris and the team that are from primary ITO. Thank you guys for supporting a significant event for the wool and sheep industry.
Well, before you go, Mavis, there is another hat that you wear, and that is the chair of Taratahi. Taratahi